I decided to make this video a little early since I've been getting a lot of emails and a lot of questions about how this 3-week intercession is going to take place. And so some of you that are already on Canvas have probably seen the announcement that I posted. I'm going to click on it here. The announcement basically lets you know what's going on with this class. It tells you we start on Monday the 18th. You don't have to buy anything. I'm providing you with a textbook. We're not doing any online homework sites. You don't need to purchase anything. Now, you do need to have a computer because everything will be done via the computer and via the internet. We have a scheduled class time that runs from 10 to 1:15. That I don't know about you guys. That from home, that is a terrible time. I've got two little kids, a 2.5-year-old and a 1-year-old, that I basically am stay-at-home dad for all week long. And they don't take naps until noon. So trying to record anything between 10 and noon for me just does not make sense. So what I'm going to do is during their nap time, which usually lasts from about 12 to 3 on a good lucky day, I'm going to record some videos and then post them to YouTube. I will be putting the links into the modules, and I'll show you all of that in a second. All you need to do is stay on top of the reading in your book and stay on top of watching the videos. The videos are going to highlight things that I feel are more important than just parts from the book. But of course, there's no way that you can watch a couple of videos of me talking and expect to do well in this class just from that. You're going to have to read your book, okay? You have to read your book. Quizzes will be online. They'll take place after class time, or just sometime during that day. But if we were meeting in person, these would be outside of the 10 to 1:15 time zone or time slot. Exams will be every Friday. There will also be open note, open resources. You should do them by yourself. Everyone's going to have to do their own exam, but you will be able to use your materials. Okay, there were some assignments that I had posted that we are going to do now at home. So as part of a way to break up the 3-hour-long session for inside class time, we would do lecture, and then I would give you guys an activity to be completed in groups. Now those activities will just be your daily sort of homework. So let's take a look at the materials that I have posted for you here on your Canvas. So right up at the top, you see there's a textbook. And actually, the textbook, yeah, we'll talk about the textbook. Here's the textbook. Now, the textbook is the 8th edition of this biochemistry book that I'm actually asking for in the syllabus. And so while I'm not going to click on this because that's just going to open it up in another window, I mean, I guess I could do that and you can see what it would look like, but it may not actually load very fast. I recommend you just download this book to your hard drive and then open it, that way. Don't try to read it in browser. It's just going to take a long time. Let's go take a look at the syllabus. The syllabus is also posted on here for you guys. So this is general information, my email address, how you can get a hold of me, my office in real life if we ever get back to that. There in Science 2 building, room 360. I do have an office phone, but I'm not in my office, and I don't know my phone number offhand, so you don't need to do anything with that. I'm noticing that I need to fix this here. So I changed the activities for 20% to now be these imported assignments that you guys are going to upload. So that's where that 20% just shifts. So I'll fix that. As far as office hours go, I mean, anytime really that you want to email me or contact me, we can do like a in person, or not in person, but a face-to-face through Skype or Zoom or something. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me on the phone if you want to. You can text me. I'll probably give you guys some number that you can text. And then email, of course, is also going to work. We also have messaging capabilities within Canvas. So if you want to send me a message, you can do that in Canvas. I'm also going to utilize the discussion board. So I'm going to make a discussion board for general questions and then for like exam review and stuff like that. I encourage you guys to go there and post your questions. You guys can respond to each other's posts. You can answer each other's questions in the event that I am late to get to it, or I can answer your questions. But I think a discussion board is a really good place, especially for an online class, so that we can share ideas. It's going to be hard for you guys to, especially if you're the kind that asks questions in class, to get to ask those questions during the videos, because they're going to be just recorded videos that I post for you guys. So the discussion board really is the place where you get to ask your questions. Now, don't be embarrassed. Everybody asks questions about stuff they don't know. That's the whole point. You're in class learning things you don't know. Some prerequisites, Chemistry 3B or Chemistry 8, or the series of Organic Chemistry 128A and B. You're at an advantage if you have taken the 128A and B. If you haven't taken those and you've only taken Chem 8 and Chem 3B, then I hope you remember a lot of it really well, because we're going to use a lot of terms, and we're going to talk about kinetics, and we're going to talk about acid-base, and we're going to talk about stereochemistry, and if all that stuff is somewhat fresh or somewhat rememberable, then this might be a hard class. Okay, the goal is to understand the fundamental concepts, chemical reactions, and the way that we connect essentially the metabolism and the photosynthesis and the what's the other word that I want to look at, or that I'm just organization of the cells in terms of where everything is kept and where everything happens, how proteins are made, how DNA carries genetic information, right? These are fundamentally biological concepts, but we're going to look at the chemistry of them. All right. Well, anyways, you can read this. I don't want to sit here and read this for you. You can read all of this. The point of this video is to kind of show you where everything is and to give you a sense of what we're going to be doing starting Monday. So again, you can read this. I encourage you to read all of this. So this right here better reflects the percentages for the class. Okay, online exams every Friday. They will be mostly short answer, written response, and multiple choice. You'll have all day Friday to work on them, and you will have a couple hours to complete them. I think I put 120 minutes, but I feel like I may have put 180. So there might be between 2 and 3 hours. I'm trying to figure out how to proctor these online, virtually, just to make sure that you are taking your own exam. So I'm trying to figure out how to get Proctorio into Canvas. This makes you have to use your webcam, and it records your audio, and you have to present an ID and basically have your face in front of the camera so that I know that you're the one taking the test. We already have Lockdown Browser installed in Canvas. The problem with that one, why I don't want to use it right now, is that locks down your browser. You can't use other websites and stuff. And not that I want you to, but when I say you have an open note, open resource, Lockdown Browser doesn't really let you do that. Plus, it looks at you looking off camera and it assumes that you're cheating a lot more kind of harshly, even if you've got open notes. Proctorio, on the other hand, will let me monitor what you guys are doing online while letting you do whatever you want online. So that way, if you want to go and type what is the answer to this, in Google, I get to see that. If you want to go and pull up a chemistry list or a periodic table, I can see that also. So anyways, that's what I'm trying to get working, but I haven't gotten any feedback on that yet. So at the moment, online exams will just be normal, and you'll be asked to just kind of complete it within the time. There's going to be some quizzes. These will be on select days throughout the next 3 weeks to kind of keep you guys fresh on the material, or keep you guys motivated to stay up with the material. You'll have an hour to complete these. Again, they'll be multiple choice. And these, like the exams and like these quizzes, there will be no makeups and no late submissions. So if you don't keep up with the pace of the class, then you're going to fall behind, and your grade will reflect that. As far as activities go, I'm going to show you these in my modules here in a second. They were just question sets that you can ask or that you could do with your group. Now you'll just do them at home. These are going to be a completion, what do I want to say? I'm going to be grading these on completion. So you either do it or you don't do it. You get full credit or you get no credit. So make sure that you are attempting them. I'll post the keys for them afterwards so you can check your answers. But this is, again, a way of making sure that you guys stay up on the material and that you are keeping up with the pace of the class. Normal grading scale so far. And here is a course sort of schedule. I'm sorry if I paused for too long while I was looking at it. I wanted to make sure that I've actually updated this. So this is the plan for Monday, which, I don't know, is Monday the 18th? I feel like I have my dates all wrong. I have the, yeah, sorry. So this should be the 18th. I'll fix that. So on the 18th, we are going to do a chemistry review and amino acids. I really recommend that you guys go into all of these weeks kind of reading ahead. And then you'll have quiz 1. So you can see here where all your quizzes are. And again, I'll make sure this is up to date so that I just noticed something. For example, enzymes I've got here on week 3 for quiz 7, but I moved enzymes up here. So I'm obviously still working on this schedule, and I will fix that. But this first week, again, this first week is probably wrong too. Well, the class hasn't started yet, so give me some break. Give me a break. I'll fix this. Let me show you what I do have. I do have my first week kind of figured out. So if you go to home, you'll be taken to the modules page. Again, at the top, you see your book. I think if you click on the introduction, this actually takes you to the syllabus, or you just have to click on syllabus. These are not weeks, these are just separations of topics, and so kind of show you how these are organized in a second. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain there. Okay, so for week 1, for week 1 we have a few things. You'll know when the week ends because there'll be an exam. So here we have the first module. This is what we're doing on Monday. So there's some assigned reading, and you'll see all of that posted at the beginning of each of these modules. So I would recommend you read 1 through 3, chapters 1 through 3. Seems like a lot. It is, but this is a 3-week course, so you probably expected to cover a lot of material in a short amount of time. So the headings here of the lectures that I'm going to post for you guys, non-covalent interactions and water. And so I'll post the video here. This is a placeholder for me to remember where I'm going to put videos. So lecture video will go here, and then there's some lecture slides for you guys to follow along with. Now I don't know if these open in the same window, so you might want to download these separately, or open them in a different window, follow along if you're the kind of person who likes to follow along with PowerPoints. I definitely recommend taking notes while you watch the videos. As you'll see, I basically am just going to narrate these slides, and so these are graphics that'll help me while I'm talking about things, but you got to watch the video to hear what I'm actually saying about these pictures. So so that's kind of a rundown of that first sort of day. So you've got 3 topics. We're going to do water, acid-base chemistry, and amino acids. And so all of that will happen on day 1. I'll post 3 videos for you on day 1, and then 3 separate lectures. And then here's just a resource for you, amino acid pKa list. And then your first quiz. And so your first quiz will be due that day, the 18th. So the date on here is correct. It's just not on the schedule, and I'll fix that. So there's day 1. Here's day 2. So day 2 is going to start with proteins. So chapter 4 is the assigned reading for day 2. We're going to do 2 topics, protein structure. I'll post a video. Here's some lecture slides to follow along. And here's your first activity. Take a look at the activity. So, sorry, this is just going to take you to the assignment. So here's the assignment page. This is what, I think for you it'll look a little different because you'll have a place to upload. But you're basically going to download the assignment. You're going to fill it out. You can save it in Word. You can give it, but you can print it out if you want and give it back to me. Scan it, give it back to me. So this is the assignment. You're going to fill it out. This one has a few questions on it. These are going to put you in the right direction of like the exam questions. Okay. Anyways, you're going to do that, and then you'll submit it. And again, it's a completion, based on completion. It's all or nothing, and then I will post the key the next day. So day 2, right, Tuesday, you'll have 2 activities on the 2 different topics, and we'll do 2 lectures that day, and then you'll have a next quiz. Enzymes I'm breaking up over 2 days. So this is the end of week 1. So assigned reading 6 and 7. We're skipping chapter 5. It's on protein characterization and isolation. It's a really good chapter, but we don't have time to go over everything. So we'll do enzymes, kinetics, and inhibition. Do a video and activity. We'll do enzymes, regulation, and mechanisms. Again, another lecture and activity. You'll have another quiz. So this will be your Wednesday quiz, or your, actually, no, this will be your Thursday quiz. So Wednesday, you get a break from a quiz. That'll give you some time to catch up on your reading, give you some time to go over these 2 lecture topics, right? 2 chapters. And then on Thursday, you'll take your quiz on enzymes. And then Friday, all day, you'll have the opportunity to take exam 1. 20 questions. You'll have all day to take it. Answers will get posted the next day. And that's how it'll look. I'm still working on finishing these modules, guys, so this isn't all ready yet. But I've got quiz 4 set up for some date, but I haven't figured it out yet. We'll do carbohydrates and lipids and nucleic acids and replication on week 2. So I think the 5th module here ends with an exam. So that's exam 2. So end of week 2. And then we'll do protein synthesis, metabolism, essentially. Well, not metabolism. Metabolism is building and breaking down. We'll look at some breaking down. So we'll do catabolism of sugars. We'll talk a little bit about proteins and fats in there while we're talking about other stuff too. But that'll be your sugars one. And then for the last bit of the 3rd week, we'll have our 3rd exam, and we'll wrap up with photosynthesis. I did put the correct chapters, so if you want to jump on reading the chapters, those are in there, so you know what chapters we're covering. So anyways, I'm only done with the first week of this, and as I finish, setting things up, I'll be building this. I'll be working on it all of next week as well, and this weekend. As far as grades go, I can show you this, I think, without infringing on anybody's privacy, I don't think, other than the names of your fellow students. So all of your grades, when you get them, will be here in the grade book, and you'll see them. They'll start to fill out, so you'll get 10 or 0 for all of these activities. Your quizzes will automatically populate into here. Your exams will also automatically populate into there. At the moment, I don't plan on doing any curving. I don't plan on, for example, having an expanded grade range, or dropping an exam of any kind. The fact that you guys are able to do this online with open notes sort of gives you an edge. Then again, it's a short class, but again, I feel like there's a trade-off here. You guys get open notes, open resources, and so I'm gonna stick you to however well you do, finding and searching answers that way. Okay, now yours doesn't look exactly like mine. In fact, yours, jump to student view a little bit, see if there's anything here. So you should be able to see all of module 1, all of module 2, essentially. When you click on an activity, it should give you the ability to download it and to submit it. So there's your submission button. When you click on a quiz, it should give you it should tell you all the parameters. Of course, this quiz is locked, so it's not gonna help. Of course, they're all locked for you guys right now. Yeah, they're not available. They'll say the time limit that you have. They'll say when the answers will show by, that kind of stuff. All right. So again, all the materials that you're going to need are here. A free book, PowerPoint's provided. I want you to read your book. I want you to do the activities. I want you to ask questions. In fact, that's what I'll do right now. Is I'll set up a discussion board. Where will we put it? Let's see. New discussion. Let's just call this one discussion board. And this could be for questions. This could be for, no, not for that. How about general? General discussion board. Threaded replies, you guys can see each other's posts, can answer each other's questions. Available, we'll make it available today or yesterday, so it's already there. I'll post it in. And so if you guys have any questions about anything, I recommend running to the discussion board and doing that. Now let me add a discussion board module here so that well, where is it? I don't want to do that. I want my discussion board to show up there already. Oh, I'll figure it out. No worries, guys. Or maybe I'll make it here. Lame. So if I have two discussion boards, I'll delete one. Threaded replies, that's all I'm clicking on here. And I hope it's just automatically available. So if I go to discussions, what happens? I'm going to have two of them. I do. It's dumb. Wonder if I'm going to delete the wrong one. Let's see. Sorry, you guys don't have to watch all this. You can hang up now. Okay, so yeah, it seems like I deleted the wrong one. I'll just delete them all and start over. So, all right, guys, that's the end of this video. I will see you guys virtually starting Monday. Again, don't hesitate to email with questions, though please read the syllabus first before you just email me with questions that the answers are in the syllabus. All right, see you guys.